I hate candy corn. This brings me true sadness. Well, it is Halloween time, and I thought, let's go look at Halloween candy and figure out which was my favorite and least favorite. All right, so just in terms of going over candy for Halloween, I feel like there's the higher echelon of great candy that you would get as a kid, and then there's just the crap that you're like, why did you even, who's having this? Number one, you can argue me on this, Reese's peanut butter cups. I mean, this was the one that you traded with when you were little kids. You were like, who's got Reese's? I'll give you Reese's. But it has to be a fresh Reese's. And there is no such thing as a fresh Reese's. But what I mean by that is it has to be like just hard enough on the outside and gooey on the inside. Reese's, fight me. Number one, Reese's peanut butter cup. You bring your Halloween bag, you come back home. Ugh. I love Reese's. First of all, this seems like a Dust Bowl era candy that it looks like medicine. I mean, it looks like you're having ibuprofen. Who's enjoying Good and Plenty? It's neither good, nor does it feel plenty. It is upsetting. It doesn't taste like, isn't it licorice? Is Good and Plenty licorice? It's enough with licorice. This is what you would get when you were a kid, and it was like, this was the equivalent to like, the feeling of going up to someone's door and saying trick or treat, and then you get a Good and Plenty. The same feeling of like, when a dog dies, like when you have to bury your gerbil. The great sadness that comes with getting Good and Plenty, because you know another kid got like a king-size Snickers bar. I feel like this is also a contender for some of the best candy on the face of the planet. The thing with Sour Patch Kids though, I would always get it when I would go to a movie, and then it would like blister your tongue. Like afterwards you would leave with like almost like a medical condition of like, I like the Sour Patch Kids. I'm not a fan of the watermelon Sour Patch Kids. Ugh, I don't know if it's Sour Patch Kids or Reese. I don't know which one's better. I don't know how I feel about mint in my desserts. I don't know how it feels. Like, to me, Junior Mints is like enjoyable crest. Like, the advertisement should be, have you always wanted to have your toothpaste for a meal? But enjoy Junior Mints. I don't know, even the box seems kind of plain. Like, if you look at the difference between like boxes today and then, like Sour Patch Kids, like it's an explosion, it's colorful. And this is like Junior Mints. I mean, this could be decoration at a dentist's office. This is my favorite M&M. Favorite M&M, the best M&M there is. Peanut butter M&Ms. I guess my ranking would go peanut butter M&Ms and then I guess peanut M&Ms, but the peanut just should be peanut butter. I love peanut butter M&Ms. We talked about this when we went to the M&M store. Mike and Ike, I think, is also confused for Good and Plenty. At least I am. It feels like Mike and Ike are trying to move into like Y2K, and we have Tropical Typhoon, Mega Sour. Okay, so I can get behind anything sour. So it feels like, I give it to Mike and Ike because it feels like they're trying, but it's still one of these things that if you got that, you'd be like, this isn't what I wanted. Hershey's Kisses, this is the Mario of candy. In other words, like when you can pick your favorite character in Mario Kart, like, or Super Smash Bros, like Mario's just kind of like the standard. And I feel like a Hershey's Kiss, no one's mad at a Hershey's Kiss. It's gonna do the job. It's not a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, right? It's not Jigglypuff. Jiggly! Best character in Super Smash Bros, I will fight you on that. Super Smash Bros is not about having fun with your friends, it's about pissing off your friends. So what's the worst thing you can hear when you're flying off the level? Jiggly! So here's like our classic Hershey's Kiss. This is a dessert I'm not mad at. I feel like if you get a Hershey's Kiss, it will help you pass the time, but you're still digging for Sour Patch Kids or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Kitkats. I guess it has good advertising. Break me off a piece of that what? Give me a break. Oh, that was give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I like Kit Kat bars. Kit Kat bars are also like standard. It's chocolate with, what is it? It's chocolate, how do they describe? Crisp wafer and milk chocolate. This is when candy, to me, felt like it started evolving. Now, I'm not a big Twix fan, but peanut butter Twix? I love peanut butter. I can't get enough peanut butter. Oh, you know what's a great fucking dessert? Is the Nerds. I love Nerds in general, but Nerds rope. Oh, when I worked at Michael's, I was fired for stealing. When I worked at Michael's, they had, for some reason, a shit ton of Nerd rope. And I would eat like a 5 a day. If you've had Nerds rope, my mouth is watering thinking about it right now. This should be banned. Another controversial candy. I see more appeal in Twizzlers than I do like a Good and Plenty because you can kind of bite it and whip it off, but this is like a 1930s idea where they're sitting around like, has anyone ever thought about eating rope? I've always wanted to eat rope. People either love Twizzlers or hate Twizzlers. This is not an in-between candy. Families have broken up because of this candy. You either love it or you hate it. And me, I hate it. How do I feel about a Milky Way? I feel good. I feel it's a step above a Kit Kat, so more people are more excited to see a Milky Way. Also kind of reminds you of, it's teaching you something. Remember space? Oh, let's start with Diet tonic water. Just have seltzer. What is this? You know what else was a great candy that I liked as a kid? I don't know if this is like an 80s thing or I loved runts. They looked like fruit. There was a strawberry, the banana, the lime. The lime had like a real citrusy to it. Starburst. I mean, what can you say about Starburst? Let's just say this is a girl group and we've picked Beyonce. The pink Starburst is Beyonce. The amount of waste that goes in the orange and the banana and this, it's like, at least with Starburst, you know what, you can just go through it like, here's the pink, here's the pink. I guess I would go pink, orange, red, yellow. I love Crunch. Crunch used to be one of my favorites as a kid. I feel like if I got a Crunch bar, I was always happy, and it was cathartic because it had the chocolate, but then it had the crunch. It was, I think it's rice, right? It's gotta be, yeah, with crisped rice. It had a good texture to it. It was satisfying. Not just flavor-wise, but like texture-wise. Crunch to me is up there. I enjoy Crunch. I don't know where to begin on Raisinette. This is, Nick. Hold on a second. Actually, which is your favorite candy?
I don't know. I don't really like candy. Maybe Reese cups. Oh,
Okay.
for Halloween, the Reese pumpkin things.
Really? You're not just a classic?
No, the pumpkins are fun. Or like the eggs at Easter.
Okay, I just want to read what a Raisinette is. It says, California raisins covered in chocolate, made with whole fruit. Do you like raisins? You do like raisins? You'll eat raisins? Like, no, like willingly eat them. You like Raisinettes? Chris, this is like... Like, can you, I know everything about that woman's life through that one message where she's looking for Tony. I used to eat raisins as a kid. I don't know what happened. The older I got, I don't like raisins. Like when you get granola and there's raisins in it, ruined. I feel raisins are very controversial. They're the cilantro of the fruit world. Where you either like or you don't. Well, I have that thing, I know, I'm Mexican, but I have that thing where when I eat cilantro, it tastes like soap. So I miss out on so many great Mexican foods because they just like douse it in cilantro, which to me is like pouring pine salt all over my food. I think I would rather just have a bowl of cilantro than Raisinette. You don't like sour candy? So you were never a kid who got like warheads? I've never seen this side of you. Well, to me, you can fight me in the comments, but to me, this is the #1 worst candy on the face of the planet. I'm shocked that it's even made. I think it's just Methuselah standing in a factory just throwing a bunch of raisins inside chocolate and being like, there you go. So now we've moved into like the classier candies, right? So this isn't something that you would get at Halloween, but if like as a child, I would imagine like, do you remember those Edmonton desserts? Entenmann's dessert. But they looked like fancy, right? Like you thought you were doing something fancy. It was like $4. Ferrero Rocher, however the fuck you say this, the golden experience. I mean, this was like sort of a classy candy, I feel. So this is like your first class in your Rose in Titanic when you're having this. If you're eating a Good and Plenty, you're on the bottom of the ship. I mean, this is more Christmassy to me than it is Halloween, but still in the family of classiness. Baci. For those in Italians, this means kisses. This is also really light. What is it, like 4 in here? This feels like there's nothing in here, but I like Baci candy a lot. Okay, and finally, this is what Nick was talking about. So the Reese's peanut butter cups that are shaped like a jack-o'-lantern. And the thing is, like every time they do like a Christmas tree, if you put a Christmas tree Reese's next to a jack-o'-lantern next to an Easter bunny, I don't think I would know the difference. Like it just kind of looks like a blob. But it's about the peanut butter. This is called Kitkat Witch's Brew. Crisp paper and marshmallow flavored cream naturally and artificially flavored. Green marshmallow? This is the most controversial candy for all of Halloween. Garbage. I mean, I think this is the worst. I put this at the bottom. I'd rather have a Raisinette, I think, than candy corn. You can't even have it ironically and be like, I'm cool because I'm having candy corn. This has somehow become the standard of Halloween candy, and people put it on everything, cakes, this, that, put it on decorations on your fucking TV, and it's like, no one's having it. This is candy made for decoration. This is like an edible Christmas light that no one really wants. This brings me true sadness. I hate candy corn. Well, we did it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really want a Reese's peanut butter cup right now. It's gotta be #1. Reese's You know what we didn't find though? I didn't see any sweet tarts. I felt like the sweet tarts on the roll, that was my favorite, and also Sprees, not chewy Sprees, normal Sprees. My God, my mouth is watering again thinking about it. I don't know. I'm a Spree lover. Follow me on Instagram at Matteo Lane, and if you want to see me on tour, go to MatteoLaneComedy.com.